Good evening, very good evening. So first of all, I would like all of you to please share this session with all your friends so that others can also join, and please do subscribe the channel if you haven't subscribed it yet. And apart from this, before starting, just like the session because you will definitely like this session of today's. Alright, so what we will do today? So firstly we will take a outline of this and then we will see. Alright, okay. So what is the session about today? Firstly, we will take a warm-up question. Alright, we will start with a warm-up question. What today's outline? I am going to tell you the today's outlines of the session. Firstly, we will take a warm-up question. Alright, and after that we will discuss current affairs news. And again we will take some questions in between so that you will keep getting the idea of the questions that can be asked in your examination. And after that we will take two news articles, and your one of the news article is related to interreligious marriages. Alright, your one article will be based on interreligious marriages. As you know that there are some legal effects, and these have been kept changing, and there are new laws also. So we will discuss that. And apart from this, your second article would be based on Hayabusa mission 2. Alright, so Hayabusa 2 mission. So these are the outlines of today's session. We will deal with this, and so you have to stay with us till end. Alright, fine guys, so let's start the session. Alright, Raz Chaudhary is already here. Devendra, good evening. Raz Chaudhary, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Yes, alright. Aradhna, good evening. Nandra Kishore, good evening. Dheeraj Karn, good evening. Alright, so let's start the session. Okay, so let's start with a warm-up question. You have to firstly answer the question, and the question is on your screen. And the question is, which among the following organization publishes the Climate Change Performance Index? And your options are German Watch, United Nations Environment Programme, Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, and lastly the Worldwide Fund for Nature. Alright guys, so you have to answer this question firstly. Okay, Akhilesh Kumar, good evening. Kuldeep, good evening. Please answer this question first, and then we will start our current affairs session. Alright, this is the question of current affairs, and you have to answer that which among the following organization publishes the Climate Change Performance Index. As you know that this has been ranked, and India has been ranked as 10th. Alright, Sarvesh has answered the question as option number C. Alright, Mod Vadia Bhavesh is answering the question as B. Dheeraj is answering B. Nand Kishore D. Alright, Sachin Tripathi B. Kuldeep is answering the question as B. Alright. Okay, so let's see the answer. Alright, Sachin has answered the question B, Kuldeep B, World Kranti B, Akhilesh Kumar Rai B. Alright, see guys, your answer is absolutely wrong. I knew that you would answer this question as United Nations Environment Programme. I know very well, but although the question is related to Climate Change Performance Index, but the answer is not B. You are relating this keyword of climate change to this environment program, but the answer is absolutely wrong. Why so? Because you do this such type of guesswork in your exam also. That is why I have taken up this question. Alright, so what is the correct answer? Your correct answer is German Watch. Alright, it is an organization which publishes two types of indexes. One is the Climate Change Performance Index, and the next is Global Climate Risk Index. Global Climate Risk Index. Alright, so this organization publishes two types of annual indexes, and one is the Climate Change Performance Index, and the other one is Global Climate Risk Index. What is German Watch organization? So let's take up this German Watch is an organization which was founded in the year 1991, and it is based in Bonn, Germany. Bonn, Germany, and it is a non-profit, non-governmental organization which measures the climate change performance. Alright, so let's take the explanation of this question. Climate Change Performance Index, CCPI, is published by German Watch, the New Climate Institute, and the Climate Action Network. Alright, these are the two institutes related to the organization, and it is published annually since 2005, hence option A is correct. Kuldeep, German Watch is an organization like you have United Nations Environment Program. It is a organization based in related to United States, United Nations, and its headquarter is in Nairobi, Kenya. Similarly, German Watch is also an organization. It is a non-profit organization, non-governmental organization which deals with the climatic changes. Alright, and it publishes two types of indexes. One is your Climate Change Performance Index, and the other one is Global Climate Risk Index. Alright, I hope you have got your answer. Yes, Mukesh, I am fine. Alright, so let's take up another point. It is an independent monitoring tool. Alright, CCPI is an independent monitoring tool for tracking the climate protection performance of around 57 countries and the European Union. Alright, so what does it do? It is an independent monitoring tool which tracks the climate protection performance of around 57 countries and the European Union. Apart from these countries together generate 90% plus of global greenhouse gas emissions. Alright, so it measures the amount of greenhouse gas emissions. Apart from this, it also measures renewable energy, climatic changes, and other factors also. And based on these, it releases the ranking of the countries and how they perform on climatic basis. Alright, it aims to enhance transparency in international climate politics and enables comparison of climate protection efforts and progress made by individual countries. Apart from this, the CCPI looks at 4 categories. And what are these 4 categories with 14 indicators? One is your greenhouse gas emissions, and that is 40% of the overall score. Apart from this, renewable energy, and that too 20%, energy use 20%, and climate policy 20%. So these are the 4 factors which are the measurements, and based on these factors the ranking of the countries is made. Alright, okay. Mukesh Kumar, Hindi ma'am please. Mukesh, this class is based, class is especially for the English medium students. If you want the class in Hindi medium, then you can watch the sessions of Imran San. Alright, okay. Rampal ji, this class has started since 6 p.m. Alright. Pradeep, yes, definitely I'll take the UP special class also, don't worry. Alright, so guys, please like the session and share it with your friends till then. Alright, okay, let's move to the next point. India is ranked 10th. As you know that the rank of India, if the question is asked in your examination that what is the rank of India based on climate, based on CCPI, that means Climate Change Policy Index, Climate Change Performance Index. So what is the rank of India? It is 10th. And it scored 63.98 points out of 100 in CCPI 2021. Alright guys, so what you have to keep in mind, that this CCPI, that is Climate Change Performance Index, it is a ranking for climate change performances based on the several factors, like 4 factors, and it is published by German Watch, which is an organization related for the measurements of climate change. This organization also publishes one more indicator, one more index, and that is Global Risk Climate Index. Alright. Alright, World Kranti, you shall join for IS pre-January. Yes, sure, World Kranti, you are most welcome. Mukesh, hello. Rampal, ji, ma'am, class ki time. Yes, Rampal, your class timing is from 6 p.m. every day, every week. Alright, from Monday to Saturday. So both, very good evening. How are you? Okay, so let's move to the current affairs sessions. Alright, so we will discuss the current affairs news of today's. So today, your first news is International Mountain Day is observed every year on December 11th. As you know that today is the date of December 11th, and which day is celebrated today? So today is celebrated as International Mountain Day. Alright, apart from this, it is a United Nations designated day to celebrate the rich biodiversity as well as address the threats mountains face. Apart from this, mountain biodiversity is the theme of International Mountain Day 2020. Alright, so mountain biodiversity is the theme for International Mountain Day 2020. You have to keep it in mind, and this question is a definite question for your examination. Apart from this, mountains cover about 27% of the Earth's surface. So, this International Mountain Day is started from the year 2003. So, we celebrate this year since 2003. You have to keep it in mind. Alright. Aradhana, yes, I am very well. I am very fine. Mukesh, good evening. Okay, Sarvesh, yes, of course, Mountain Matters for Youth is the theme of 2019. Alright guys, please like the session and share it with your friends also, and do subscribe the channel. Alright, let's move to the next news. So what is the next news? Your next news is West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has announced that the state cabinet has approved the construction of a deep sea port in Tajpur. Alright, so this is an important news that in Tajpur there will be a deep sea port and it will be constructed over time. Apart from this, Tajpur deep sea port will be built at a cost of 15,000 crores and it will generate employment for 25,000 people. Apart from this, it will be the state's first deep sea port. Mark it as a star question for your examination. Alright, this question can be asked in your examination, that which one is the first deep sea port for West Bengal, and the name is your Tajpur Deep Sea Port. Alright, apart from this, the port will stimulate businesses in both East and West Medinipur. Alright guys, okay, yes Ayush, I am very fine. Abhishek, good evening. Vinod, good evening. Gyanendra, good evening. Alright, please like the session, alright, and subscribe the channel. Alright, let's move to the next news. So what is your next news? You have seen today that CCPI is published by German Watch. Next, you have also seen that today is International Mountains Day, and there will be a deep sea port in Tajpur, West Bengal. And let's move to the next news now. So next news is Maldives has lost the opportunity to host the 11th edition of Indian Ocean Island Games, IOIG. Indian Ocean Island Games Federation has now switched the host country to Madagascar, and the Indian Ocean Island Games is a multi-sport event held every 4 years among athletes from Indian Ocean Island nations. Alright, so this is the news that Indian Ocean Island Games, what are these? These are the games which were started in the year of 1979. Alright, and after that, since 2003, there were some issues due to which these games were not performed. Alright, apart from this, this edition of 2023, this will be your 2023 edition, and this will be going to be your 11th edition. Alright, and the Maldives has lost its opportunity, and your new host country will be Madagascar. Alright, so the Indian Ocean Games Federation has now switched the host country to Madagascar, and these events is a multi-event sport event, and which take place in around every 4 years. All right, so in 2023, lastly in 2019, the host country was Mauritius, and now then when again this Indian Ocean Island Games will happen in the year of 2023. The host country will be your Madagascar instead of Maldives. All right, so you got are you getting my point? All right, Mukesh, English to Hindi, ma'am. All right, Mukesh, this can't be happen because this class is especially for the English medium students. All right, if you want the class for Hindi medium, you can watch the class of Imran sir. All right, Renu. All right, very good. Naveen, good evening. Let's move to the next news. Odisha. You know, Odisha is a state, and it has topped all Indian states in Urban Governance Index 2020. All right, so Urban Governance Index, it is an index which ranks all the states of the country of India, so that we can know that how these states are performing. All right, so Odisha has topped all Indian states in Urban Governance Index 2020. And who is at the bottom? So Nagaland ranked at the bottom. Alright, apart from this, Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh followed Odisha to round up to top 5, and which are the last countries, which are the bottom countries. So Jharkhand, Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya and Manipur scored the lowest to rank just above Nagaland. If we talk about the National Capital Territory of Delhi, so it ranked as 13th. Alright, so what is the rank of Delhi? It is ranked as 13th. And which country has topped the which state has topped the list? So it has been topped by Odisha. Alright, okay. Sirish is here. Good evening, Sirish, how are you? Let's move to the next news, and your next news is Equitas, a small finance bank. It has launched a 3-in-1 account. It is an important news because this is the first time it is happening that any small finance bank is launching such type of account. Alright, so the question might be asked in your examination, that which bank has launched a 3-in-1 account. Alright, so your answer would be Equitas Small Finance Bank. Alright. So let's move. Equitas, a small finance bank, was established in the year 2007. Alright, and the parent organization is your Equitas Holdings, Finance Holdings, and apart from this, Equitas, a small finance bank, is headquartered in Chennai. Alright, in Chennai. A 3-in-1 account, savings, trading plus Demat, will help the customers to keep all their banking and financial investments under one umbrella entity. So what is the purpose of having this 3-in-1 account? Sometimes it happens like the customers face the problem and they have to open a bank account also, and apart from this they have to open a Demat account also for the investment purposes. So this is the reason that this finance bank has launched a 3-in-1 account, in which customers can have their savings also, they can trade also, and there would be a Demat account also, so that they can have their money in that Demat account. Alright, so what is the full form of Demat account? It is a dematerialized account, which is used for the sharing purposes, share market purpose. Alright, okay. Foolchand is here. Good evening. Sanjeev is here. Good evening. Foolchand, best pronunciation, ma'am. Thank you so much. Mukesh, I don't get your point. Okay, let's move to the next point. Your next point is, so when this bank as it has launched a 3-in-1 account, so it will help to have these accounts under one umbrella entity. Alright, the financial products offered through it includes direct equity and future and offers training. Alright, future and options training. Apart from this, mutual investment can happen, and across all asset management companies, ETFs, electronic trading funds, and corporate FDs, fixed deposits, and corporate bonds and government bonds. These facilities is related, these facilities can be used in this bank, in this account. Okay. Civil servant, economy related, ma'am. No, this is current affairs session, civil servant student. Here we will deal with every topic, and next we will discuss some news article. Alright, so here is a question for all of you guys, so that you can have an idea that what type of questions can be asked in your exam. Alright, so let's take the question. Consider the following statements with respect to Havana syndrome. I hope you have heard the name as Havana syndrome, that what is it, and it is, there are two options like number 1 and number 2. Your first option is, your first statement is it is associated with neurological illness, and your next option is, next statement is directed microwave radiation is perceived to be possible cause of this syndrome. Alright, so you have to answer the question that which of the above statements is or are incorrect. Alright, and your options are 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, and your last option is neither 1 nor 2. Mukesh, good speech, thank you so much. Guys, please like the session and share it with your friends to the maximum, so that others can also benefit from the session, and do subscribe the channel if you haven't subscribed it yet. Alright, okay, so P Singh is answering the option number A, alright, 1 only, and Dheeraj is answering as C. Okay, civil servant student is answering the question as B, alright. Civil servant student B. Alright, see, first of all, you should know that what is Havana syndrome and why is it in news. In December 2020, the American scientist has published a report, and it said some certain reasons and certain factors that certain factors behind this Havana syndrome. Alright, P Singh has answered the question as option number A, Dheeraj C, civil servant B, and Dheeraj is saying sorry D, because I studied correctly. Alright, Mukesh B, Chandu Singh is answering B, Renu B, Tapan C, Foolchand B, and Sushant Yadav is answering the question number A. Alright, Dheeraj, you are absolutely right and others are absolutely wrong. Alright, see, number 1 point is that here the question is in front of you. Alright, here the question is in front of you, and what does the question says? Question says that which of the above statements is or are incorrect. Alright, the question is not saying to answer these statements as correctly. You have to answer these questions that are the statements above incorrect or correct. Alright, so the answer should be your D, because both these statements are correct. Your answer is neither 1 nor 2 is incorrect. Alright, so firstly, Havana syndrome is associated with neurological illness, and secondly, it is directed microwave radiation and it perceived to be possible cause of this syndrome. Yes, Dheeraj, you're welcome. Alright, so you have to answer the question as incorrectly. It always happen in your examination, like you read the question with just a glance, and what happened that you just read it and start answering the question. Then you have to focus, guys, you need to focus that what is the question. The question is not asking you to answer that which of the followings are correct. You have to answer that are the statements given above correct or incorrect. Alright, so if it is asking that you have to answer that which are the incorrect options, so neither 1 is incorrect and nor 2 is incorrect. Alright, so let's take up the explanation of this question. Havana syndrome, this is a neurological illness that has afflicted American diplomats and intelligence operatives in which of the following countries? In the country of Cuba, China and other countries also. The symptoms of the syndrome include nausea, dizziness, fatigue and cognitive difficulties also. Apart from this, a National Academies of Sciences NAS report has found directed microwave radiation to the disease's plausible cause. Alright, yes, of course, Renu Gupta ji and Fulchand ji, there is a misunderstanding and the examiner do such types of tricks with you, so you have to be careful, or you say very careful while answering the question. Alright, that is why I have taken questions in between, so that you can get an understanding that what type of questions and what are the tricks that examiner make to fool you. Alright, so you now you know very well that the question was asking you to answer the statement as incorrect. So neither one nor two of the options of these statements are incorrect, because Havana syndrome is a neurological illness and it is also found that directed microwave radiation is the plausible cause for behind this Havana syndrome. Alright, let's move to the next point. The study does not mention that the directed pulsed radio frequency energy was delivered intentionally and stopped short of naming a source, but it noted that significant research had been conducted on microwave weapons in Russia and Moscow has denied any role in the attacks. Alright, so this is the news. Okay, what are the microwave weapons related to this Havana syndrome? Let's see. So, microwave weapons are supposed to be a type of direct energy weapons, and it aims highly focused energy in the form of sonic, laser or microwaves at a target. Apart from this, people exposed to high intensity microwave pulses have reported a clicking or buzzing sound as if to be coming from within your head. Alright. Apart from this, it can have both acute and long-term effects without any physical damage. Alright. So, you know that microwave weapons are such type of weapons which are used for the to damage the to have acute and long-term effects inside a individual. Alright, so it can be, people can be exposed to high intensity microwave pulses and which have reported to be a clicking or buzzing sound, and it seems that it is coming inside their head, within their head. Alright, okay. So let's have another news now, and your next news is, before moving to the next news, please do like the session and subscribe the channel if you haven't done it yet. Alright, I used to keep telling it, to keep reminding you till you subscribe the channel. Okay, let's move. The leaders of Iran and Afghanistan inaugurated the first railway link between the two countries. Alright, so now the news is very important, because the two of the countries, that is Iran and Afghanistan, is having their relations, friendly relations between them, and inaugurated the first railway link. It is the first railway link, so it is important between the two countries, and the $75 million project began in 2007 with Iran funding construction on both sides of the border as part of its development assistance to Afghanistan, and it would also enhance trade links across the region. Alright, so guys, you have to know that which of the two countries have inaugurated the first railway link between them, and your options might be there like Iran and Iraq, Iran and Syria, Afghanistan and Iraq, and one option might be there, Iran and Afghanistan. So what will be the answer? Your answer would be Iran and Afghanistan. Alright, so this is an important question. Alright, let's move to the next news. Indian actor Sonu Sood, as you know him very well, that he is a philanthropist and he has worked a lot at the time of pandemic, alright, during lockdown. So Indian actor Sonu Sood has been named as the #1 South Asian celebrity in the world. And he has been honored for his philanthropic efforts during the COVID-19 pandemic. A 47-year-old Bollywood star beat off tough global competition to top the 50 Asian celebrities in the world list. Apart from this, the list was published by United Kingdom based weekly newspaper Eastern Eye. So by which it is published, the list was published by United Kingdom weekly newspaper Eastern Eye. Alright, so this question might be asked in your examination, that who has been named the #1 South Asian celebrity in the world, and your answer is Sonu Sood. Alright, Dhananjay, my study point. Alright, good evening. Mukesh is asking online classes time. So time is, the session is session starts from 6 p.m. from Monday to Saturday, and Sunday will be your off. Alright. Okay. Your next news is Fitch Ratings. As you know that Fitch Ratings is a credit rating agency apart from Moody's and Standards and Poor's. So what does it do? It rates the countries based on their fiscal year and based on their performances of GDPs. So what is GDP? GDP is a monetary measure of all the final goods and services within a financial year. Alright, so Fitch Ratings has raised India's GDP forecast to -9.4% in the current fiscal year to March 2021 from a previously projected contraction of 10.5%. Alright, so if I ask you that which is greater, if I ask you that which number, like -9.5 is greater or -10.5 is greater, so you must answer that yes, of course, -9.5 is greater than -10.5. When the values got a negative, then the lowest value is more than the largest value. Alright, so here, what does Fitch Ratings does? Fitch Ratings raised India's GDP forecast to -9.4 in the current fiscal year to March 2021 from a previously projected contraction of -10.5%. The projection compares to a GDP growth of 4.2% in 2019-20, April 2019 to March 2020 fiscal, and 6.7% annual expansion between 2015 and 2019. Alright, so the question might be asked that what is that Fitch Ratings has raised India's GDP forecast to what percent in the current fiscal year to March 2021? And you will get both the options as -9.5% also, and the other option will also be there, that is -10.5%. But you don't have to confuse while answering the question. Earlier the rating was -10.5%, but now the rating is -9.4%. Alright, so are you all getting my point? If you are getting my point, please say yes in the comment section. Alright, let's move to the next news. Your next news is the Air Forces of Pakistan and China commenced a joint exercise designed to deepen practical cooperation and improve the actual combat training level of the two sides on December 9, 2020. Alright, so the Air Forces of Pakistan and China commenced a joint exercise. Now both our neighboring countries, that is Pakistan and China, they have commenced a joint exercise which is designed to deepen practical cooperation and improve the actual combat training level of the two sides, and that is on December 9, 2020. Alright, so the joint Air Force exercise called Shaheen Eagle 9 started at an operational air base of the Pakistan Air Force in Sindh province. Alright, so what is the name of the joint exercise of Pakistan and China? The name is Shaheen Eagle 9 and it is started at an operational air base of the Pakistan Air Force in Sindh province, and apart from this, the first such drill was held in Pakistan in March 2011. Alright, okay, Dheeraj Khan, alright, fine, very good. Mukesh, share me, ma'am. Okay, what you want to be shared? Okay, Surendra Kumar is here. Okay, Surendra, good evening. Naveen, all right, fine guys. So I hope you all are getting my point. So let's move to the next point. Before that, please do like the session and share it with your friends so that others can also benefit from the session. All right, so apart from this, we are also having a GS World IS Pieces Institute named app, so you can download it from Play Store and get the other information like other batches and other information, and you can join that batch also. Alright, so like we are having a UPPCS pre-mains batch for the session of 2021 and later on for English medium students also. Alright, okay, Chef Khan, okay, fine. Next move to the last news of today's, and your last news is Amitabh Bachchan, Shah Rukh Khan, Akshay Kumar, Ranveer Singh, Alia Bhatt and Hrithik Roshan feature in the Forbes list of most influential celebrities on social media in the Asia Pacific region. Alright, so Forbes has published a list of most influential celebrities on social media, and which are the names that have been ranked in the list. Your names are Bollywood actor Amitabh Bachchan, Shah Rukh Khan, Akshay Kumar, Ranveer Singh, Alia Bhatt and Hrithik Roshan. They all have featured in the Forbes list of most influential celebrities on social media in the Asia Pacific region. Alright, so question might be asked in your examination that which of the following is being not named as the is not featured in the Forbes list of most influential celebrities on social media, and you will get the names like Amitabh Bachchan, Shah Rukh Khan, Akshay Kumar, alright, Kapil Sharma, or you can get the name of Sonu Sood. So you should know the answer that Sonu Sood and Kapil Sharma is not the answer. Alright, so these names you have to remember all the names so that you can eliminate the wrong answer. Alright, okay. In the inaugural 100 Digital Stars list, Forbes Asia highlights celebrities who managed to remain active using social media to raise awareness and even helped causes like COVID-19 relief. Alright, okay, so let's move to the next question. Okay, next is your news article. Alright, so today we will take a news article based on inter-religious marriages and the legal effects and the legality behind these. Alright, so let's start this session. Interfaith marriages, alright, what are the interfaith marriages and what are the controversies surrounding love jihad? Alright, as you know that there is a big and burning news, that is divorce of Tina Dabi, that is IS topper of 2015, and Athar Khan. They both were the toppers of 2015 IS batch, and they are the most educated persons in India. And they both are ranked as first and second, and they both have married, and now they are going to be divorced by their mutual consent. So these are the burning topics of interfaith marriages and what are the controversies behind love jihad. Today we will discuss it. So what is the context? With Uttar Pradesh leading the way, a set of states now plan to pass laws to end what they call love jihad. So firstly you should know that what is love jihad. So love jihad, also called Romeo jihad, is an alleged activity under which young Muslim boys and men are said to reportedly target young girls belonging to non-Muslim communities and for conversion to Islam by feigning love. So this is no legal sanction to political terms such as love jihad. So there is no legal sanction behind this, so it is a wrong way. Even though individual reports have spread, all official investigations in India launched in 2009 and 2010, 12 and 2014 have found no evidence of the activity. So that is why it is a burning issue these days. Apart from this, about the Uttar Pradesh Prohibition of Unlawful Religious Conversion Law 2020. As you know that Allahabad High Court has passed a law of interreligious marriages, and what is this law and what is the context behind the Uttar Pradesh Prohibition of Unlawful Religious Conversion Law. So let's take the news. So what is the immediate context? The immediate context for such a law is a recent Allahabad High Court judgment, which in a recent ruling declared that the conversion for the sole purpose of marriage as null and void. Alright, apart from this, prohibition on forceful or fraudulent conversion. The proposed law says that those found guilty of conversion done through misrepresentation, force or undue influence, coercion, allurement or by any fraudulent means in contravention of the law would face jail term of 1 to 5 years or a minimum fine of rupees 15,000. Alright, okay. Apart from this, marriage for the sole purpose of unlawful conversion. There are certain acts related to marriages, like there is a law known as the Hindu Marriage Act, which was passed in the year of 1955, and for the Muslims there is a law known as the Shariat law or the Muslims personal law, which was passed in the year 1937. But if a Hindu or a Muslim wants to marry, there is a Special Marriage Act, and it was passed in the year of 1956. So this marriage is absolutely legal under the Special Marriage Act 1956. So let's see, marriage for the sole purpose of unlawful conversion. The law also says that a marriage will be declared shunya, null or void if the sole intention of the same is to change a girl's religion. But this is declared as the cognizable and non-bailable offences. So how it is? Notwithstanding anything mentioned in the Code of Criminal Procedure Act 1973, all the offences under this law shall be cognizable and non-bailable and triable by the Court of Sessions. So what is the cognizable offence? This is the offence where a police officer, as per the first schedule or under any other law, can or time being in force, can arrest the convict without warrant, and without the permission of court it can be triable. Alright, apart from this, approval for conversions. Now what is the new law? According to the new law, anyone wanting to convert into another religion would have to give it in writing to the district magistrate at least 2 months in advance. Upon receiving the information, the said officer will conduct an inquiry to real intention, purpose and cause of the proposed religious conversion. If the proposed conversion contradicts the provision of this law, it would be illegal and void. Alright. Okay, Dheeraj Khan is asking that, ma'am, what is null and void? Null and void means that it is not legal. Alright, it is absolutely illegal. If any girl or boy of Hindu or religion or Muslim religion marries another girl or boy with Hindu or Muslim religion, then that type of marriages are considered to be as null and void. Alright, considered as illegal, but it is legal under Special Marriage Act 1956. Alright, okay. So let's have the burden of proof. So who will have the burden of proving or the burden of proof? It would be the responsibility of the one going for the religious conversion to prove that it is not taking place forcefully or with any fraudulent means. In case any violation is found under this provision, then one faces a jail term from 6 months to 3 years and a fine of minimum rupees 10,000. Alright, so these are the things, these are the legality or legal effects of this interfaith marriages, which is a very critical topic or which is a very burning topic these days. Alright Rahul, good evening. Okay, Naveen, all discussing news crystal clear, very good, thank you so much. Okay, please do like the session if you haven't liked it yet, and please subscribe the channel and share it with your friends. Alright, okay, let's move to the next point. What are the criticism of UP law? As you know that there are Uttar Pradesh law is there, and what this is very much criticized. So why this is criticizing, and what is the interference with personal liberty regarding this law? As you know that the law plans to outlaw religious conversion which may take place for marriage purposes. This interferes with personal liberty. Alright, you know that marriage is a personal right of every individual, and it is the decision of the boy or the girl to whom they want to marry. Alright, so this will interfere in the personal liberty of the person, curtails freedom of religion, and it also curtails freedom of religion. How? As you know that based on Article 25 to 28 under the Constitution, an Indian citizen is guaranteed the freedom to practice any religion of his or her choice. The above UP law curtails this freedom, and that is why it is being criticized continuously. The state wants to intervene not only in the citizen's private relationship with God, but also in the choice of their spouse. Alright. Apart from this, it is also against Article 21, that is right to life. How is it? The right to marry a person of one's choice is integral to Article 21 of the Constitution. Intimacies of marriage lie within a core zone of privacy which is inviolable, and the choice of a life partner, whether by marriage or outside it, is part of an individual's personhood and identity. Alright, so this law, this UP law that is being declared by, given by Allahabad High Court is also against Article 21, that is right to life. Okay, it is also against right to privacy. Alright, these are the legal effects or legality behind this interfaith marriages or the Uttar Pradesh law. It is also against right to privacy. How is it? The Supreme Court's case K.S. Puttaswamy versus Union of India 2017 judgment, it read that right of choice of a family life as a fundamental right, and the regressive law limits the choice of a prospective spouse such that this spouse would only be one approved by the state. Alright, so laws exist to deal with interfaith marriages. So what are the other laws that exist with interfaith marriages? These are: the domain of matrimony is occupied by separate laws governing weddings that take place under religious traditions, and the Special Marriage Act that enables a secular marriage. Alright, so you know that there is an act that is known as the Special Marriage Act 1956, and it says that a secular marriage can be possible. Alright, and it is legal in India. Okay, so let's have the conclusion of this news article. As India is a free and democratic country, and any interference by the state in an adult's right to love and marry has a chilling effect on their freedoms. And what type of freedoms are there? You know, this is against freedom of privacy, against freedom of against right to life and their choice of their spouse. Alright, SP Yadav is here. Good evening. How are you? How are you, sir? Alright guys, if you understood this session, if you understood this news article, please press the like button and share it with your friends and do subscribe the channel. Okay, let's move to the question in between for your warm-up, for your exercise. Yes, of course, SP Yadav, you will get the PDF also. Alright, so let's have the session of this question. In December 2020, the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, SAARC, celebrated which anniversary of its Charter Day? So you have to answer this question: 28, 32, 36 and 40. Alright, please answer the question. Sanjeev Bajpayee, superb session. Thank you so much, Sanjeev. In December 2020, the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, SAARC, celebrated which anniversary of its Charter Day? Your options are 28th anniversary, 32nd anniversary, 36th anniversary or 40th anniversary. Do answer the question. See guys, if you know the answer, then also you have to answer the question. If you don't know the answer, then also you have to answer the question, so that you would know that what is the correct answer and how you have to eliminate the options. Okay. Okay. Dheeraj is saying not sure, ma'am, but B, I think. Of course, you have to guess only. Okay. No problem, not an issue. Okay, SP Yadav is saying that answer is 32nd. Civil service student is saying that answer is 3rd, that is 36th anniversary. Alright. Okay, so let's see the answer, and your answer is of course 36. Alright. On December 8, 2020, the South Asian Association for Religious Cooperation, SAARC, celebrated its 36th Charter Day anniversary. SAARC Charter Day marks the signing of the SAARC Charter in 1985 by the leaders of SAARC countries, heads of states or government of Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Maldives, Nepal, Pakistan and Sri Lanka at the first SAARC summit held in Dhaka. Alright. Yes, of course, BP Singh is also right. C option. Renu Gupta 36. Sushant is saying C. Very well done, guys. Alright. Okay. Let's move to our next news article, that is Japan's Hayabusa 2 mission. So why it is in news and what are the news behind this topic? Let's see. Your first, why it is in news? Your first point is that Japan's Hayabusa 2 mission is there, and why it is in news. According to the Japanese Aerospace Exploration Agency, that is known as JAXA, this is the first time that a probe has visited a celestial body that is under 100 meters in diameter. Alright, so it is an important point that this is the first time that a probe has visited a celestial body, and that is this is under 100 meters in diameter, that is very near to the planet. Okay, so Hayabusa 2 mission is regarding regarding what? 6 years after Japan's Hayabusa 2 mission was launched, it is set to return back to Earth on December 6. Alright, so 6 years, it has been launched 6 years before, and after 6 years, that is on December 6, it's set to return back to Earth. It was carrying with it samples from the 1 kilometer wide Ryugu asteroid that orbits the Sun. Apart from this, the mission is similar to NASA's OSIRIS-REx mission that brought back samples from asteroid Bennu late in October. Okay, Sarvendra Vikram Singh is answering the question as C. Alright. Your answer is also correct. So now you have to understand that what is Hayabusa 2 mission. It is the mission regarding related to Japan's space agency, and it was launched 6 years back, and it has to return back to Earth on December of 6. Alright, and it was carrying with it samples from the 1 kilometer wide Ryugu asteroid that orbits the Sun. What is the Hayabusa 2 mission? The Hayabusa 2 mission was launched in December 2014, and the spacecraft was sent on a 6-year-long voyage to do what? To study the asteroid Ryugu and collect samples that is now bringing back to the Earth. Alright, so it is bringing back these samples. The spacecraft arrived at the asteroid in mid-2018, and after which it deployed 2 rovers and a small lander onto the surface. In 2019, the spacecraft fired an impactor into the asteroid surface to create an artificial crater with a diameter of a little more than 10 meters, and this allowed to collect the samples. What is the conclusion behind this? Now the conclusion is, after dropping of the capsule containing the sample, the spacecraft however will continue to move further to another asteroid, and another asteroid is 1998 KY26, where it will reach by July 2031. Alright, so this was the session of today's, where we have discussed 10 important news of today's and 2 news articles. Apart from this, we have taken up some questions also in between. Alright, so I hope that you all have understood the session. Alright, Vikram, the class timing is 6 p.m. Alright, from Monday to Saturday your class runs at 6 p.m. daily, and Sunday will be your off. Alright guys, so lastly, you have to like the session and share it with your friends, and join our Telegram channel named as GS World IS. You have to join this session for PDF and other notification of the videos. Alright guys, thank you so much. Take care all of you and have a nice day.